Alright guys, hey, how you doing? This is Becky at Aunt Beck's Creations. It's almost midnight. Scott's not home yet. Just got done watching Mary's show. Had a great time with everybody. And we've got a little glare, but there's not much I can do about it. But I mentioned that I had some magazines I'd found at the thrift store. These are scrap and stamp arts. This is April 2009. I've got June 2008. March of 2010, and then I've got the Daphne's Diary that I got for like a quarter. But I thought I would share these, and we'll see. This is when Mary pulled out her sheet of inchies on the black paper that she had, this is what came to mind. And I thought what fun it would be to do a swap with, if there's people out there that want to do a swap for some inchies, just leave a comment down below and we'll see if we can work out a swap. And I was thinking if we did it in like these rainbow colors, like pink, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, and indigo. How cool that would be. I could do you could do one in each color. Or if you wanted, well, I'll think about it. We'll think about how to do that. Because I'm thinking if you did like 4 of each color, then when you could send them to me and I could divide them up and we could swap between 4 people and you'd end up with a whole set with 1 from each person. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway, we'll work it out. If we get enough people interested in wanting to swap inchies, we'll come up with something. But I thought that was really cool. This is a almost 9 or 10-year-old magazine now. Fine shows since 1999, the Rubber Stamp and Scrapbook Expo. And that came to Columbia, I think, once or twice when I was working at Michael's down there, but it doesn't list any in South Carolina. But this is years ago. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm tired. But I thought I would do a quick flip through of this old magazine and see if there's any projects in here besides the inchies on the front. See, here's the inchies. Miniature works of art. See? There they are on a page. Here they are just on the front. It looks like they made like little matchbooks and put, 6 on the front of each one? That's kind of cute. And then they added like flowers to match the inchies. It's just really a cute idea. And even on this big page, they added like a flower to the page, and they've got like some spirally things, paper clips and more flowers. So that might be something we could do as a swap, as a community over on my Facebook group, Aunt Beck's Creations on Facebook. Just exactly as it is here on YouTube, it is on Facebook. So these are cute. There's an article on ink bleaching. I might have to read over that and see if maybe that's something we can try together. Looks interesting. Glitter painting. I'm just flipping through these. Tea for 2. It's all different kinds of ways to share a tea bag with somebody. There's something on gilding. Influence of Art Deco. I might have to look and see if this magazine is still being printed. It looks pretty cool. Like I said, I just want to do, this is simple stamping, and they got all these different, I love things like this because it's like a whole 2-page spread of card sketches that you can take and utilize yourself and use your own stamps and whatever you have. You can take these. You don't have to have the stamps that they show you in these magazines. You can have something that's pretty close or similar and make these cards. In fact, that could be something fun that we could do together too. It's like open one of these up and say, okay, let's do this card and this card and this card together, and you know, do that sometime. That could be a fun thing to do live. And this is all about using fibers in your art. Just really cool magazine. This is all, that one was said stamp exchange, so I don't know what that's about. I'd have to read it more closely. I haven't had a chance to read through these. And this just looks like stuff they're selling. Multi-purpose, My Creations Cube from Close to My Heart. So this must be a Close to My Heart project that they did. And it looks like you make a little cube. Now see, if you made an explosion box, you could do the cube and put the pictures on the outside, but then they could take the lid off and have all these other pictures of like grandchildren or nieces and nephews on it. So that's really cute. I think the rest of this is ads, if I remember right. Yeah. So let's look through another one really quick. I don't want to take up a whole bunch of your time. And I got these magazines for 99 cents at Goodwill. So in this magazine, Life Sketches, Composition Book, and Card Combo. That could be interesting to read about. Add texture and depth with iris folding basics. Create bright and beautiful backgrounds. Sign language stamps. And then they have a designer spotlight. And it looks like they have Father's Day and Mother's Day cards in this one. So we'll just flip through here and see. It might be that I come across some things that maybe we could do during a live. And like I was saying in the chat on Mary's video, I'm only going to do Wednesday evenings, 7 to 9, or maybe a little later. I might go later than 9 o'clock, but 7 to 9 guaranteed. Unless I'm horribly sick, put it that way. Let's see here. Life Sketches, Composition Books, and Card Combo. Okay, it looks like they made a card and decorated a composition book. That would make a lovely birthday gift for somebody. You know, somebody that likes to journal or would want to use that as like a day planner. That could be fun. See, here they're talking about Substitutions 101. Discontinued stamps and current stamps, on how you can take a previous design using an old stamp and make it with a newer version of the stamp or a stamp very similar. That's why I say don't think you have to go out and buy every stamp that's out there. Utilize what you have. That's going to be my main focus for the first part of this year. Is using what I have. And these are beautiful Mother's Day cards. Maybe we could do Mother's Day cards next week. We have a couple months yet before Mother's Day, but it's never too early to start thinking about Mom, is it? I don't know what's ASL, American Sign Language. Durr, Becky. They must have a stamp set with all the hand letters. Oh, it sounds like Tippy's finally deciding to come home. Yep. It's a card. No, it's a scrapbook page. Oh, cool. I might have to read over this one. This looks cool. I don't know what the technique it is that they use, but it looks like it's an inking project. Sorry the lighting's kind of pants, but here's the iris folding basics. That could be something fun to do together too. Let him in because it is currently 46 degrees out there and he's probably cold. Tomorrow night they're going to have to find some place to get in because we're not going to be here. Come on, baby. I know. I told you not to go off far. Didn't I tell you that? And now you're cold. Come here. Oh, you little ice cube. Come here. Oh, and you're wet too. Oh, goodness. How about you get in front of the little heater? Look, I'll turn it on for you. You spoiled. Okay. Let's see. Postcards from the Edge. Search yard sales and flea markets for postcards and other unusual embellishments for cards and scrapbook pages. So they're talking about recycling postcards. Dude, you're knocking my light out, man. Come here. Oh, come here. He's cold and he wants to be cuddled and held. He's so rotten. It's all about stamping again. This is a designer named Kim Hughes. Bright and beautiful backgrounds. It's kind of cool. I'll read up on some of this stuff and maybe we'll do it together. Give it a go and learn some new techniques out of old magazines. So watch yard sales and stuff for these old magazines because you can learn new stuff from old magazines. You know, stuff you've never learned before. You can learn it. Just because it's in an older magazine doesn't mean it's not worth learning, you know? Sometimes being on the cutting edge is looking into the past, if you ask me. But that's just my opinion. So that was that one. The rest of that's pretty much ads. Here's one. This is the one we need to really look into. And this one's from March of 2010. And it's got all of this, it's got shaker cards in it, bleach accent basics. It says it's got 109 project ideas in it. Maybe we can do some of these ideas with, you know, products we have in our stashes. There's an explosion box like, Jen was making on Quality Crafts tonight. She was doing explosion boxes. I'm just going to flip through. And it's got different stamp designers in here too. So that could be fun. Got the Scrap and Stamps new releases from 2010 that are probably discontinued stamps now. That's why I don't feel so bad about flipping through an old magazine because it's older ideas. Look how they have put that shaker up high on the card like that. You don't see that much right now. That's a different idea. And again, we're just flipping, just a flipping. These are all shaker cards in different ideas. This one looks like they actually put, I don't know if you can see that or not, put tea in the shaker part of it. That's kind of cool. Well, this one's definitely got a lot of shaker ideas we might have to do. And then here's the 3D springy explosion box. So I've done explosion boxes that are a lot more involved than this one. But this would be an easy one to do and a lot of fun. And it looks like it has a place in the middle that you could slide. Yeah, it's for a gift card in the middle of it. So you could present a little box and it could have a nice gift card in the middle. We might want to do some of those for Valentine's Day. Let me know if you're interested in that. We could maybe do that one night. Untraditional Valentine's cards. Not all Valentines need to be red. This is true. This is true. The cloisonne pot. It's kind of cool. Little square cards. Embossing, double-sided embossing. Watermark inking sticker glitz. Shadow masking. Lots of techniques talked about in here. Dogwood spring tile cards. It almost looks like they stamped on ribbon. I'll read over all of this stuff. Cards on the go. Here's a whole bunch of different card sketches. Mirror stamped cards. Oh, that's cool. So you get the mirrored image like this. Looks like a reflection in a lake. This lighting is horrible. I am so sorry. I don't know what to do to get it better without getting a glare. Is that any better? I don't know. This video might just be pants, as they say. Spring Wonder Wreath. Lots of really interesting ideas and stuff in here. An altered tablet. Well, that's what we do with the composition books, but this is like a different kind of book. Let's see if they... Doesn't really say what kind of notebook that is, but it looks like just a little spiral notebook on that one. All right. And then the last magazine, this is the one I got at the Habitat for Humanity's Restore. This was in there and I got it for $1 because it was like 50 cents for magazines, and then it was half off that day. Everything in the store was half off, so I got this for $1. It's got a free travel diary in it, but it's a really beautiful magazine, and it was originally $15, but I couldn't resist it. It's a craft magazine for $1. A dream house full of collected objects. So they got some decor items. Tippy, stop it! He's beating her up. You don't hurt her. I'm sorry, baby. Tippy's in a bad mood or something tonight. He's just wanting to be mean. You mean to her again, and I'm going to put you back out in the cold. So this is just, it's got make a bracelet holder out of driftwood. Look at this mirror frame. If you love a beach theme, look at that. That's so cool. Make little boats out of driftwood and a piece of wood. There's a fish made out of driftwood. I'm not close enough to the beach to get driftwood, but it's kind of cool anyway. There's on how to have an afternoon tea fun. Make these little cakes and stuff. Fabric cupcakes. Make some tags. This is feels like one of those that you can cut out. Or I could copy and cut out. There's some little envelopes. Make little suitcases. Our house on the beach. Oh, it's a cute little, just a little like cottage. I doubt they'd let us build that close to the beach here. Everything's so commercialized in South Carolina that it's hard to find just a rustic little shack at the beach anymore. Oh, that's kind of cool. They took all these separate little vases and put them and glued them together to make a stacked vase set. I think that's cool. Here they did found pottery. Did the same thing. Oh, that's cute. This video might be just too dark to enjoy, but I said I was going to do a flip through on this Daphne's Diary and those other ones, so I'm doing it. Doing it. Cozy turquoise. Die-dee-die, Diane, look at this. It's all turquoise. Look at that, seaside colors. It's got some little labels for your canning jars. A gift for Dad. Happy Father's Day. Cut out in the band and label to create an original present for Father's Day. Oh, see, they did the little jar up. And they've got like this banner that will fit around the jar and then a label for the top. And they just put nuts in it for their daddy. That's kind of cool. And this has all the labels and stuff in it still. So whoever bought it originally just turned it into the restore. They didn't utilize any of this stuff. Now you see this white room. It looks really pretty, but it would take me 2 seconds to have dirt on something. So I can't go there. So I'd much rather have lots of bright colors to mask any mess I might make. Got some really good sounding recipes. A lemon cake roll, an almond cake roll. My grandmother used to make jelly rolls and they were delicious. Macaroons. French Romance in California. This is 8 years out of date, but who cares? The seed cracker. Ingredients for 8 to 10 crackers. Tells you how to make your own crackers there. That's kind of cool how they did the drop light bulb. Looks like they covered it with tape. What is it? It's washi tape. They just wrapped the cord in washi tape to give it a multicolored look. See that? Sorry, guys. It's just a really pretty, full of images and stuff. You know, after I read it, I can cut it apart and use the images on cards or whatever I want to. There's a key cabinet. It says it's a gift for men in your life. Flower box. Recipe cards, it feels like. Yep. And they're perforated so you can pull them out. This is, oh look, that punches out. Oh, it's a stencil. That's cool. It's a stencil so you can make this cupcake bag to make yourself. You can find the template on the opposite page. That is so cool. Well, I see several projects in here, but I'm going to show you now what got me to buy this magazine. Megumi Todd's Miniature Dolls. Look at this doll. Can you see her? Isn't she gorgeous? And she hand carves these. They're all hand carved. Look at this one with the red hair. And this one right here, she's sitting in her hand. And they're jointed. That just amazes me that somebody could sit and carve something like this. Oh, look at this little one here. That is so adorable. I'm just amazed at those. And she even made a little cat. Look at that. I'm saying she. Megumi. And then there's this greenhouse in the back. My dream greenhouse would be made up of recycled windows. She makes hats. This lady makes hats. again, I'm just flipping through. I must have said that about 100 times. You're probably sick of it. It's like, yes, you're just flipping through. It's a couple book recommendations. Let's see. 5 Days in Sky and The Ice Cream Queen of Orchard Street. These are to make these little umbrellas for your beverage. You fold them up. You got them all. It says just cut around on the line. You can make all these little umbrellas. So that was that, and I had fun looking through them. I hope you got to see at least some of what I was looking at. It's just hard to get good lighting in here, you know, at midnight. So I'll let you guys go, and I'll try to get this uploaded, and y'all have a good night. Be safe this weekend. Be warm. Take care. Bye-bye.